The Who's Taller game. Justin Herbert or Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan joined us in the first hour of the program. Who is taller? Yes, Paul?
Now, we're going to go back to the college bios because sometimes those are more true.
Are they?
Supposedly. Do you want to bet on it?
Matt Ryan seems taller. Yes, Eden.
I'm going to say Matt Ryan is an inch and a half taller.
Than Justin Herbert?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You met them both.
Yes, we have.
You kicked it with both of them.
Justin's got, like a puffy hair, though, so he may seem a little taller. Good.
Matt less these days.
Yeah, Matt has less moss. Okay, Paul.
Okay, Justin can settle this, but I have Matt Ryan listed 6'5" at BC.
Mm-hmm.
I have Justin listed at 6'6" at Oregon.
Whoa!
Holy smokes.
Okay, let's try to confirm that. Justin Herbert, Chargers quarterback. What's the official height there, Justin?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is 6'6", so that is accurate.
Were you worried that you were too tall, or that the scouts would say you were too tall, perception-wise?
That is something that crossed my mind. I don't think it was that important, though. I thought the film and how you threw the ball was more important, and so that was definitely something I continued to work on, but something I wasn't too worried about.
All right, what hurts today after that win?
It's definitely a tough-fought win, and those are hard to come by in the NFL, so we'll take any that we can get. And the body's a little sore, but, it feels much better after a win.
You don't throw a touchdown pass, I think the first time in, 27 games? But you do win, and I mentioned this. We never look back on ugly wins. We always look back on ugly losses. But how do you guys as a team go, let's just forget about it? When do you watch the film on this, by the way? And then, how quickly do you move on to Seattle?
Yeah, we'll watch it this morning. And, I thought there were a lot of good parts of the game, things that we did well on offense and defense. And, forced a turnover on special teams as well, and that was big for us. And, we moved the ball well, and we converted on third downs and didn't put up enough points. We'd love to be able to finish in the red zone with touchdowns instead of field goals. But that's kind of the way the game went. And, the Broncos, they have an incredible defense, and we kind of knew that was the game going into it. And so, we're thankful for the defense and the special teams coming up with some big stops and some big plays, ultimately giving us the win there.
When Dustin Hopkins comes out there for that field goal in overtime, like what are you thinking when you turn it over to him and he's injured, limping out there on one leg?
He's tough. He's incredibly tough. And, we've got so much respect for that guy and the way he shows up every day to work. And he's a professional. And going through as much pain as he did and to be able to kick like he did, there was never a doubt with him.
Could you have kicked it? Like, who's the backup kicker?
J.K. Scott would be the backup kicker. He did some kickoffs last night for Dustin, but both those guys are talented special kickers and very thankful that we have them on our team.
Are you an emergency kicker?
I haven't kicked in a long time. I was a high school kicker, but I don't think I'd be ready to handle that challenge.
Well, I don't know. You have to do things that other quarterbacks don't do. Let's see Josh Allen do this.
It would definitely be a challenge going out there and kicking, and especially not using a PAT pad to get the ball off the ground. So That's something I got to get used to and get a couple practice reps in before I try.
How much football did you watch on Sunday?
A ton of it. We started out with a walkthrough and some meetings here, and then kind of had the afternoon off to kind of go over the game plan and just had football going on in the background. And, it's always great to check up on other teams and just kind of see what's going around the league. So it's always good to watch football.
Who fascinates you?
There are a bunch of quarterbacks in this league that, I've got a ton of respect for. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Those guys are talented, special players, and any chance you get to watch those guys, you're going to be able to pick up something from their game.
Okay, what have you picked up?
I think it's just all about competing, being a competitor and putting your team in the best position to win. And, it might not always be a pretty game, but they're going to find a way to move the ball, convert on third downs, and get their team in the red zone, score, and just ultimately win.
Any difference between playing a day game and a night game for you?
I've always enjoyed playing the night games. Just kind of under the lights has always been a really cool moment. And, I kind of hate waiting throughout the day just to go play. So that's kind of why the early games are fun to me too. But both are great opportunities to go play football.
Do you subscribe to I got to get popped once to really feel like now the game's started?
That's a good question. I think that's kind of one of those things that definitely gets you going early on in the game. If you get hit and you realize, you know what, all right, we're back into it. I can handle this. I can take that shot and I can keep rolling. And I think that's definitely something the running backs feel, especially, but definitely something that comes up.
Because it's so violent. I always tell people, if you watched a game from the sidelines, you'd never let your kids play football because of it's like car crashes.
It is definitely a tough sport to watch sometimes, and I've got so much respect for the offensive linemen, the linebackers, the running backs, the guys that go at each other every single play. I don't know if my body could physically handle that, and so I've got all the more respect for those guys to be able to do that every play.
We had Matt Ryan on first hour, and he said he'd be up for replay for the roughing the passer. He said that the worst part is when they land on you. It's not the hit as much as when they land on you. What do you think of that? Yeah,
that's definitely the tough part about those hits is, those are really fast, strong, athletic guys falling on top of you, and it never feels good to be able to get hit in the ribs or the lungs or anything like that. And it's all about just being safe and getting the ball out quickly as you can, making sure you don't take as many hits as you can.
Well, congrats on the win. And if you need any more Football is Fun shirts for the family, you let us know. I'd be more than happy to send them your way.
I appreciate that. I've got plenty in my family, so I think they're covered. But always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right. That's Justin Herbert. They host Seattle on Sunday, taking down the Broncos last night. Todd has to now say goodbye to Justin Herbert.
He didn't say have a good season. He usually says have a good season.
You did not say have a good season to Justin Herbert there when you said goodbye.
I did not say have a good season. I said be well. I said appreciate the time. It's hard to say.
You normally say good luck this season. Have a good season. You didn't say that.
I didn't. I'm usually very too friendly, but a direct competitor to the Broncos, it's like, break a leg. I mean that.
Miss a few practices. Skip a walkthrough.
Yeah, break a few ribs. Oh, maybe you already have.